Ahora de acción en el mañana para el VIH que puedes recibir cada 2 meses. Son 2 inyecciones administradas por tu proveedor de salud tan solo 6 veces.
Well, folks, the rabbit hole just got that much deeper. So you remember the...
All right, sorry. Thank you for coming back. Come on back in. So this is one I found on the Epstein files. This is about Ghislaine Maxwell, his female partner. They are saying she is not in jail and the government replaced her with a fake one, and I believe it. Let's check it out. The mugshot does not look nothing like her.
other day where I showed you the images, the side by side of Ghislaine Maxwell appearing before in a congressional hearing via video, right, with her lawyer. And that was on February 9th. And people did the facial comparisons, even plastic surgeons have stepped up, all types of people, and said, that is impossible for it to be her.
Hey, y'all, I'm right here. Sean calling Gotti. What's up, y'all?
But my oh my, I did not expect them to get this sloppy. Or maybe they're disclosing because we don't know the person who filmed this, if they're part of it. They want us to know, just like they're now disclosing that there's aliens. There's no such thing as aliens. These are demons.
Yeah,
But
there is.
yeah, guys,
There's
I want to
aliens.
show you this as well as some other things going on with this whole Epstein case. And
Government hiding
this is
out.
insane. Like they are either, they want it in our faces. They want us to know that that this is what's happening and there's nothing we can do about it. Or people are we're just getting lucky and discovering these things right now. But take a listen to this. Now, this is Itty Bitty Tara, too, on TikTok. She does great videos, not just about stuff like this, but she shows like the signs and wonders, the birth pains of the earth, ties it back to Jesus Christ returning, all of those things that we need to be looking for, and the things I prefer to talk about. Last night, I just started watching, after all this mess, I just started watching beavers build a dam and looking at how they're so creative and able to do this. Like, I'm serious, you have to cleanse your palate or it will overwhelm you. It will overwhelm you. But guys, do not fear. Do not be overwhelmed because the end is almost soon. And I, for one, cannot wait for Jesus' return. But take a look at this, guys, and you tell me. And sorry, it's going to look
crazy.
weird.
Look
I don't
at
know.
this
The
shit,
update
y'all.
on X now has things moving in weird places. But yeah, you tell me. Listen up. Contacts. It's moving in weird places, but yeah, you tell me. Listen up.
Look at this.
Gillen? Do I know you? You know Gillen?
No, sorry.
No? I used to order Hello Pizza off of her.
Oh, really?
Got me delivered, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes, that was exactly who you thought that was. This is Maxwell. If you look at the woman in the video, it's the same woman. When he said her name, she actually looked. Same bridge of the nose and same spacing in the teeth. Even AI says it's the same person. The guy with her in the video is her brother.
Oh.
Looks exactly the same. We already know through the PDF files that J.E. did not hang himself. He was removed the day before. And guess who was president at that time? And they want us to believe that the woman they moved to a luxury prison, this person is that person. Nope, she's living her best life in Ontario, Canada. And how was she able to do this? Through the same administration that let J.E. leave as well. Sometimes I wish I wasn't awake because the information that we receive is just mind-blowing. It is absolutely mind-blowing how corrupt our government is. Now, the only thing I don't agree with her with is about the administration. It does not matter, guys, any administration. None of this matters, left or right. That's gone. That is done away with. Guys, we are in good versus evil. And whether it's people in the administration that are knowing that they're doing this, or government workers, or they're, as the Bible says, that the governments are essentially owned, ruled by Satan himself. It doesn't matter, guys. We are at the end, left, right. None of that matters. So let's remove any administration talk. Okay, that has no power, guys. Okay, that has no power. We are moving towards an appointed end, and everybody's got to remove the blinders off your eyes, or you're going to be caught in a snare and all of the deception that's out there. As I see, so many people are being caught into that snare.
This is it. This is it. Okay? And if you don't open your eyes, you're going to continue to think that somebody's coming to save you. That if you vote different or a different administration or this administration, who cares? Who cares? At this point, I think we've seen enough evidence that.
So, does anyone believe that was really her? I do. What's up, D? How you been? Did you see that? Do you think it's her? Because that mugshot doesn't look like her at all. They put, that is not her in the mugshot. Completely different fucking face.
The entire history of our government has proven to be a lie. Everything, even starting from the founding of this country, which I've covered somewhat here. Okay, we were not founded as this. The chin is different. The nose is different. The philtrum is different. The eye shape, the eye tilt.
Look at the
is
nose.
Different. The nose. I mean, it's laughable. The wig that they put on her, even though her hair had grown out by the time she was arrested.
The glasses.
It's a different color black. That's clearly a wig dyed
but
or
the
something.
Nose, it's two
the eyebrows are different because the older you get, your eyebrows, especially in prison. Keep in mind, this is prison. You don't have treatments to grow your eyebrows. I forget what the stuff is called that grows your eyelash. Latisse. You don't have Latisse to do that. Although allegedly in this new facility she's moved to, minimum security facility, she's able to get DoorDash, and she has or DoorDash, or she gets food delivery, and a puppy. They let her have a puppy. I don't think she's getting Latisse in there. I just don't see the point of this. But if you think that is the same woman, I have a bridge to sell you. I mean, no. And they really, the psyop is so sloppy. They thought by slapping on this wig that we would somehow say, oh, yes, comment. That's the exact same woman. When she did not look like that when she was there. Is there a hairstylist in there? She's getting her hair dyed. She's getting it cut like this. Oh,
two different people.
Oh, geez.
Luxury prison. This person is that person. Nope, she's living her best life in Ontario, Canada. And how was she able to do this? Through the same administration that let J.E. leave as well. Sometimes I wish I wasn't awake because the information that we receive is just mind-blowing. It is absolutely mind-blowing how corrupt our government is.
It's actually not mind-blowing if you know the word of God. And this isn't speaking against her. Everybody has their own place they're at and their own, their beliefs and things like that. And I do say she does teach a lot of the word, but understand to what the Bible says. How did we get so blind to think that the government is going to save us? That is literally against what the Bible says. Things will get worse as time goes on, as we get closer to the end. But many of us have been deceived, myself included, because you see all the craziness that they've done. Oh, I'm not just, trying to transgender our children. And nothing. It's like they force you into this position to fight and use the government in order to fight against the evil.
They are the evil.
Right? And for a while, that's where a lot of us were. But now, if you open your eyes, you realize there is too much to fight against. And even if you...
Listen, the government is the evil. Where are the fucking arrests and all these... How are you going to drop the Epstein files, which the government drops them? Then they protect the fucking pedos, the weirdo, all the crooks in there. They're protecting some of their identities, not all, but, protect the victims. And there's no arrest. If this were regular people on the street, they'd be gone. It's ridiculous.
There is no justice. There's no justice. Guys, and a lot of people, we've changed the name. Someone came up with the term, they said, let's not call them the elites anymore. Let's call them the pedo class, right? Because they're allowed to get away with the pedo stuff, where you and I will go to jail or prison for much less. Yeah. They're allowed to just harm, eat, maim, grape soda our children. And they're protected. They continue to enrich
Disgusting.
themselves. They continue to gain power through the government or other ways.
Terrible.
This is what we are seeing. Now I asked Grok, is this AI? I'm gonna show you what I posted here. This is directly copied from Grok. And in fact, I'll show you just in case somebody thinks I'm lying. I literally have to do that sometimes. Okay, so here's the post that I put, and let me scroll over. This is me asking Grok. Sorry, I have a screen over here, just all about this, right? So, okay, I didn't just come up with this. All right, let's read this. It says, no. So I first said, ask Grok, and it says it's real. We are cooked, folks. No, the video in this post is not AI generated. It's not a deep fake or fully synthetic video. It's real footage of a woman walking in Quebec, likely from a TikTok or similar short form clip. But the claim that it's Ghislaine Maxwell with her brother is false and based on misleading facial comparison overlays added by the creator. Really? Okay, let's keep going.
Turn your daily little stories into shareable clips. Give AI Video Maker.
Okay, let's keep going. The core video shows an ordinary, and just so you know, Grok says that none of this can be true because Ghislaine is locked up. It believes the mainstream narrative. It says that, and so I think I have to start asking it questions in different ways. Even if you say it's hypothetical, it still gives that. I got to look up some prompts that will force it to tell the truth and not use the mainstream slop to confirm things. It says the core of this video shows an ordinary person in a public setting in Quebec. There's no, and I think, the facial overlays is what Tara added, like showing the facial comparisons. That's what it is, not the original footage. That is what Grok is referring to. Okay, of an ordinary person or people in a public setting in Quebec. There is no evidence it's fabricated with AI tools like deepfake face swapping or full generation. Recent viral clips tied to similar sightings are typically just real street footage with added text, side-by-side photo comparisons, or basic edits, zoom-ins, arrows pointing at facial features like eyes, nose, and mouth. No forensic-style AI detection reports flag the base video itself as synthetic. Again, so we was talking about the overlays is what Tara added to it to show you the facial comparisons. Because remember, it's not just taking that footage or standing in the street, but it's the entire video. It's not AI. The AI angle comes up mostly in two related but separate contexts right now. People are running AI enhancement tools, upscaling, sharpening, or eye-tracking filters on prison deposition footage of Maxwell from her February 9th, 2026 Virtual House Oversight Committee appearance. Some claims these enhancements reveal inconsistencies, changes in her eyes, or unnatural features, fueling body double theories about the prison video, not the Quebec one. Separate Epstein, Maxwell-related fakes like AI-generated images of politicians with Epstein and Maxwell or edited videos inserting kids into real photos are circulating, but they don't match this specific Quebec claim.
Oh my God.
So what you're seeing here, let's move this back over, actually. Let me see if I can, I'll leave it here. So what you're seeing here, folks, look at this. Let's make it bigger. Hold on, I'm gonna make it bigger. Don't mind me. It's gonna look a little janky. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, guys. This is where we're at right now. This is where we're at. You tell me in the comments, do you think that we're not gonna take that off. We're not gonna do that. Oh, you taking the shoe off?
Yeah, I'm taking the shoes off. You just don't.
What's up, DH? Where you been? I know I haven't seen you in a little bit. So, all right, I'm moving on. I'm gonna do this real quick. This is on Chrisean Rock. She had a press conference or something, weigh in for the fight she's about to have coming up. And she brought her son, little Junior, as usual. She had to bring him for clout and all that. She exploits this little boy. It's a shame. And clearly people are pissed. The public is outraged. This shit went viral because he's clearly being neglected. Again, people are pissed about his progress. He's 3, can't walk, talk, crawl, none of that. His records were leaked. He has severe cerebral palsy, a bunch of stuff wrong with him, and everyone came out and said she refuses to take him to the doctor, get his surgeries, all his help. He has club feet. She puts him in boots. I mean, it's just terrible. It's really sad as a mother to watch it, but this shit is viral. Everyone's talking about it, so let's check it out.
What you want? Okay. Okay.
Pay attention, y'all, to her keep touching. Hold on. All right, hold on real quick.
Chrisean? This is for the iPhone only.
You gotta jump on the table. Look at
that.
He's so cute. I just gotta say that.
Y'all.
That was a good move.
Pay attention to her. Keep touching his hat, trying to keep that hat on his head.
He stopped trying to take his head off now. It would.
Contacts.
Come on, boy. He dirtied up his shirt.
Look at the back of his pants as well.
What's up, y'all?
Black and white.
You feel better? It was hot earlier, huh?
Yeah,
She makes me sick.
Hey.
Get on my nerves. Get on my nerves.
So we at the face off. I can't go live on Instagram. I don't know why. I think I'm banned on Instagram or something. They banned me after I posted that video. I'm banned. It was a fight video, but it's boxing. I don't get it. But So I'm on TikTok.
If you say what she's done, you've been on the
We don't want to see you, bitch.
Yeah, right? Saying missed out on everything he's been like.
He's trying to take his shit off. He's trying to take his hat off, bro. What's up, dog? What's it, y'all? Right, that's it.
Nothing will be here,
Right, left. Right, left. Oh, okay. So, this is the table.
Robin's still there.
So, y'all, hello? Wait.
My bad, y'all. I had to tend to my kids.
Chrisean. Yeah, what you looking at?
Look,
What you looking at?
right here, everyone said he's having a seizure, which it does look like he's having an absent seizure when he's just like staring off in the space. He don't even blink. And that could be true. That is a type of a seizure.
Yeah, what you looking at?
She's blocking him because she's embarrassed.
I said, she said something like,
You got no
she
me.
can hear this.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
This one doesn't have meat, but this is a seafood pasta on it.
What is it?
If there's something that's on a plate that someone wants specifically, just say it. I will take it back to you. Okay. Right.
That's a shame. This is so sad. He's 3. And I just wish she would get him the help he needs, because she did this to him. He was made this way from her choices, but the cerebral palsy and all that, like they said, he needs a G tube as well, and she's still trying to feed him. She only feeds him milk. But when his medical records was released, it says anything he takes in doesn't go to his stomach. All goes to his lungs. That's why he needs a G tube put in, and she won't get the surgery. He could die any day from choking. And that's the #1 cause of death for kids with cerebral palsy.
What kind of deals? Chicken, pasta? Yeah, okay.
Look at that thing later, y'all. You want something this one? Alright, let me scrub. You know why? You know why? I like it all white. Why you ain't wear all white? For me? Oh, I have a white jacket. I took it. I do. Hey, Coach. We don't. Okay, Coach, now you got his white. Let me see.
She exploits him, y'all. She knows, like, he shouldn't even, in my opinion, been at that event. A boxing adult event. She drags him everywhere. But she neglects him behind the scenes, and he exposes her in this at one point. That's why she got the hat on him. Pay attention. Why she want that hat on. Always poking him in his eyes. Always. Because his eyes want him. He don't want her touching him. Get your hands. You stupid bitch. Get your hands off of him. Junior's getting tired of her. He does not. She's always constantly. There's several videos. Her poking him in the eyes because his eyes wander. Fucking with his face. He don't want that. And it's fake for the cameras. Her family came out, several people, that she abuses him. She takes her anger out on him. Poor thing, defenseless. Look. She's pissed. She's embarrassed. That's a damn shame. Look how matted his hair is. She's embarrassed because he exposed her and he took the hat off. And she's embarrassed. Brush it, bitch. She'll look at her all dolled up. She got her hair done. But she'll never put a comb to this child's hair. She neglects him. This is all for camera right now. For show. Behind the scenes, she treats this and on camera. She's done it in our face. Wiping snots on him and shit. Neglecting him. It's sad.
We need some water. I didn't do it. You get the water? You want the water?
This bitch got the nerve to pour water in his hair now.
Want to generate videos like this? Come to CapCut. Just enter a simple prompt to create a full video.
Hey, how you doing? Very nice to meet you.
Who do you have? They got over.
We gotta promote this fight. Come on, man. You know what?
Who's fighting?
Wow. Look at the bald spot in his head from laying down. That's all he does. He can't walk or crawl. Because she refuses therapy.
For real?
This bitch.
Can I get one with no meat, please?
Bitch, if you would comb his hair. Now she's embarrassed, so she wants to start dumping water in it because she's on camera, because he knocked the hat off. She didn't want that exposed. Bitch, you can throw a chain on him, that heavy-ass chain you throw on him, put his poor club feet, shove him in the boots. That's torture. Why would you do that to him? But people aren't dumb. We know how she treats them. It's a shame.
Please. Okay. Thank you, Sean. Chrisean, you want
What is it?
You want this one? You want this one? This one? You want this one? I'm getting one with no meat. Okay.
Mac, the topic, I'm just doing different reactions. I just did like several other ones on different types of thing. I did Epstein. I did another one, just different things. If you have a suggestion, put it in here and I'll do one.
No, for sure. I don't just make you looking all crazy.
needs to start talking to him.
Oh, he need to charge your phone. Charge your. Okay, that's a charger. I think. Or maybe it's what kind of charger? USB port. For the phone? Probably for the laptop. Who knows? So, I think it might be for the laptop. For computer.
Somebody said lobster pasta and some chicken, but it's rice on here, so sorry, it was already, put your hand under it more so you don't move it. Was there any other requests or something that someone?
Hey, can you one with no veggie, please?
No chicken. No chicken. Okay, there, I got you there. Anything else?
She just wiped her
No more
nose
forks, right here.
and then touched his hand again.
All right. Yeah, the water right here on the table. And if you need more, just let us know.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Your hair is Chrisean. I got
Y'all see how his hair is like flat in the back? How there's like kind of a bald and it's just flat? That's how you know he's laying down all the time.
Anybody else want more?
And she's not combing it or washing it. But look at her hair, y'all.
Oh, geez.
That's the bill.
Oh, God. Taking boots off.
Oh, he pushed. I saw it. He pushed.
So he has on face. He said, hold it like this. And we'll shoot the whole screen when you together. This is dark. Anything you get, you know what I mean? She has to be kind of sensitive. So look.
Good.
070500. So think about it. No, listen. My son birthday is July 5th, 2000. She got 50. 705.
It's a shame.
Say, oh, like that way to show.
She needs to take him home.
Just get on.
Yeah, I didn't do his hair. I did, but then when I put the hat on, I messed it up.
No, you didn't.
And you don't want to keep his head on. Let's see.
You want to mess with you.
Look at now with them cameras in his face, the hat on, the shoes off, her touching him. Get off him.
This was mine.
Look at his pants stained in the back. They was talking about that too. Front and back.
Don't say no.
I'm not going to say no. Can't try to get me in trouble.
Nice.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
What type of food is it? That's good.
It's over there, over here. Hey, Miss Lord. Miss Lord. One more time. Like, thank you guys.
He might take that hat off, bro. Yo, hat. You might as well let I can put lotion on it too. I left it in the car.
Contacts.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at Steve. What is that? That's all it's saying? That's spinach?
Give me fries. It looks like steak. Okay. Give me fries.
Strong pass on that.
So we gonna
Strong pass.
pass on it. That's like a green one. I don't know what that is. Baby so mad. I thought it was like you gonna break his shoes on. I thought it was crazy.
Or what appear to be diary entries of an alleged young victim. They are horrifying. They may add more fuel to this idea of Epstein having secret babies. We have an update on that and an update on something that we did just a few days ago, an update on the claim, the allegation that there are dead bodies on Jeffrey Epstein's former New Mexico property, the Zorro Ranch, or around the Zorro Ranch. Got to talk about that. So I want to start with the plants, okay? So there are a series of communications about this. The first that I want to bring up is from Jeffrey Epstein. It's an email from Jeffrey Epstein to an Ann Rodriguez, okay? It's dated March 3rd, 2014. And he asks, ask Chris about my trumpet plants at nursery? And the response later on is will do. So one way to look at this is, was he referring to Angel's trumpet plants? I looked into it. So these are ornamental plants in the nightshade family. You see them in warmer climates, but you can grow them in greenhouses. And they're usually safe, but if you eat them, they could be toxic. One of the compounds in that plant, the reason we're talking about it, is something called scopolamine, okay? This can have a serious effect on the nervous system and can even cause hallucinations. You know, according to TMZ, scopolamine can cause memory loss. It can interfere with someone's free will. And there's something else about this. Scopolamine reportedly doesn't show up on toxicology reports either. To be a little bit more exact, our understanding is it doesn't show up on standard tests, maybe can be detected in targeted tests, but obviously you can see why this is a concern. And with that in mind, I got to turn to another email. It's dated January 27th, 2015, and this person is forwarding Jeffrey Epstein a Daily Mail article about scopolamine. In fact, it says, CapCut, video editor. In fact, it says forward, scopolamine, powerful drug growing in the forests of Colombia that eliminates free will. In the article, I'm going to quote it directly. It says, so again, why was this forwarded to Jeffrey Epstein? Why was this highlighted? The most dangerous drug in the world, devil's breath, chemical from Colombia, can block free will, wipe memory, and even kill. Scopolamine, often blown into faces of victims or added to drinks. Within minutes, victims are like zombies, coherent but with no free will. Some victims report emptying bank accounts to robbers or helping them pillage own house. Drug is made from borrachero tree, which is common in Colombia. Wow. And I want to call out this section, too, from the article. It says, Dementia Black, a drug dealer in the capital of Bogota, said the drug is frightening for the simplicity in which it can be administered. He told Vice that scopolamine can be blown in the face of a passerby on the street, and within minutes, that person is under the drug's effect. Scopolamine is odorless and tasteless. Quote, you can guide them wherever you want. It's like they're a child. So this arguably shows that Epstein was aware of and maybe even was interested in the effects of this plant.
Anyone hear that? That's crazy. There's a drug down there. They can blow it in your face, odorless, tasteless, and it puts you under the effects immediately. You turn into like a child. People emptied their bank accounts, do all kind of crazy shit. You can die. It erases your memory.
And that brings me to another document that I got to call out, because it's one thing for Epstein to be interested in, maybe wanting to grow it, but what about using it and potentially using it for nefarious purposes? And remember, There have been allegations against Epstein that were very similar to what I'm talking about right now. You know, there was a FBI crisis intake memo that was in the files, and it was dated October 8th, 2019, and it says that at 8:40 p.m., Redacted called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to report being an Epstein victim. Redacted provided the following information. Redacted was raped by Epstein in 1984 when she was 14 years of age. Redacted stated Epstein drugged her at Redacted in Redacted. Prior to being raped, Redacted came in and out of consciousness and stated Epstein's face was painted like a clown. All right, before we jump into everything, look, it's February. This is the time where we're all starting to get into a bit of a winter slump, but nothing rejuvenates like home cooking, right? HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. They deliver with recipes that feel good. They taste amazing every night of the week. As much as I always want to, cook from scratch, described as a victim impact statement that was sent to the United States Attorney in South Florida, Tony Gonzalez. And it's apparently from a Joseph Manzaro, discussing an incident in December 2014 where he was drugged. Now, if anybody's been following us here on Sidebar for a while now, as I was listening to this and I was reading, I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? And I realized we covered this guy. Joseph Manzaro, we don't know exactly who he is, but he is somebody we've talked about before. This person, apparently out of Florida, Joseph Manzaro, filed a lawsuit in Florida federal court. He claimed that he was a victim of sex trafficking and sexual exploitation at the hands of Sean Diddy Combs and others. We talked about him. We covered this, his lawsuit, where through a victim impact statement, it's very similar to what I'm about to go through. It says that it was about 5:30 p.m. on December 26, 2014, when I arrived home. I unlocked my door, and when I turned the handle on my door, I got something all over my hand that resembled Vaseline. I said to myself, ew, that's disgusting. I rubbed my fingers together in my hands as I went in to wash my hands to see what the heck this stuff was. The next thing I remember was waking up in the backseat of a car and being driven somewhere. It was Eric Mejias driving and Bonnie Rivera in the passenger seat. I said, hey guys, what's going on? Where are we going? What am I doing here? Why are we driving anywhere? I'm supposed to be at home right now. Then I said, oh wow, I'm really sleepy. I need to just put my head back a bit. The next thing I remember was waking up again and hearing Bonnie Rivera telling Eric Mejias that I was waking up. He said, he's waking up because what should I do? Eric Mejias then told him not to worry, just give it a minute. He'll fall back asleep again. I gave him a lot of that scopolamine. He must have given me a blot because I'm practically immune to that stuff. As a child, I had to take it quite a bit to go deep sea fishing with my dad on the weekends, which I loved. I just hated being seasick and developed quite a large tolerance to scopolamine. I thought that to myself, though. So this is very confusing because there's no direct mention in this Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not sure why it's in the files, but how could I not mention it when it's another direct reference to scopolamine? Again, seeming Epstein had some sort of interest in the trumpet plant that had this. So what do we make of it? Not
all right, I'm gonna get off. I gotta work tomorrow all day and night.
Now, second part.
Like and subscribe.
What appear to be diary entries. In the files, there appear to be these diary entries from what seem to be a number. And in the passages, there is descriptions